Good morning, West Michigan. It is, let's see, 6:14. So, of course, remember we had the time change overnight. So, hopefully, you're enjoying that extra rest that you enjoyed, or maybe you're up an hour early because you forgot to change the time on your clock before going to bed. Either way, we are looking at some patchy fog in the area this morning, some patchy frost. Of course, a lot of folks may be bleary-eyed watching the finale of the World Series. What an incredible finish to the game. Congratulating the Dodgers, of course, not the Dodgers fans out there. Again, today we are looking at a much quieter day of weather. Visibility this morning will be an issue, and also with temperatures pretty close to or a little bit below freezing, we could be looking at some icy pavement developing in some locations, but for the most part, really looking at a pretty tranquil day of weather, taking you from Holland to downtown Grand Rapids, and very chilly in some spots. If your car was parked outside overnight, you're going to have a little scraping to do before hitting the roads. 26 degrees now in Greenville, Carson City, 29 in Allegan, 30 in Kalamazoo and Battle Creek, 30 also from Hastings to Middleville, 29 in the Muskegon area, 30 degrees now from Fremont to Newaygo. As you look at the satellite radar composite, we still have a little bit of lingering moisture out there right around the foot of Lake Michigan. That is going to be falling apart today as we do see this upper level disturbance finally just completely fizzle apart, and a very weak low of high pressure will take control of our weather. Now, as we look at the future track, we do have a much more active stretch of weather coming up with periods of precipitation. No major storms are in sight anytime soon, and we don't have any real significant precipitation either. At this point, it looks as though any precip that comes through will be with one of those upper level clipper systems, which tend to be very moisture starved because of the lack of moisture in the atmosphere. So as we check out the future track today, a mixture of clouds and sunshine developing this afternoon. Late tonight into early tomorrow morning, we do have a few isolated rain showers coming through the track of this one, keeping a lot of that moisture and energy to the north of the I-96 corridor, clearing out and returning to a good deal of sunshine then Monday afternoon into the evening hours. Sunset today, 5:33 p.m. So we have those earlier sunsets. Sunrise this morning, though, is at 7:18. So we get the earlier sunrises to go along with those earlier sunsets. So again, today, completely dry from start to finish. We'll see those showers mainly early tomorrow. Back to dry weather Monday afternoon into Tuesday. A few showers Thursday, Friday, on Wednesday. Thursday, we're completely dry. And then by Friday and Saturday, computer models are trying to develop a system which would produce some widespread rain and possibly bring us into some colder air, especially for the second half of the weekend. So again, that's still several days out, but something that we're really watching for you very carefully. In the meantime, you can see here the Super 7-day forecast, keeping those high temperatures in the 50s, so at or even a little warmer than average through the majority of this 7-day forecast period, and those early morning lows generally in the upper 30s to around 40 degrees. That 8 to 14 day outlook, which takes us right into the middle of November, consistently keeping much of the continental United States with temperatures above to even much above average. The only spots even looking at near average temperatures, the eastern part of the U.S. And by the way, by this point in the calendar, our average highs are down into the mid to upper 40s. So we'll likely see several more days with highs in the 50s right through at least the middle of November.